Welcome to the Life's Necessities and Luxuries radio show. Today, our host, Dawn Marie Mutel, your life's commodities broker, will bring you fashion, beauty tips, business acumen, teach you where to find the life's greatest necessities and the finest luxuries. Now, here's Dawn Marie.
Hey there, it's Dawn Marie Mutel. Welcome to another episode of Life's Necessities and Luxuries. Today is a necessity that we're going to cover, and it's about happiness. And did you know that happiness is actually a choice? It's really not something that we're born with. Yes, we have the emotion of being happy, but we actually have to cultivate our happiness in order to remain happy. So how many of you have actually thought about ways to make yourself happy? I mean, it's kind of strange, right? It's not like something that we think about every day, but it is something that we have to think about every day. I remember back in the late 80s when I was hit by the drunk driver and then I had lost my mom. I was in a really bad state of mind. I mean, my body was broken. I had just lost my best friend, my mom, that I was very, very close with. I had just watched her suffer for 90 days in a hospital bed and knew that there was nothing I can do to make her feel better. And to watch somebody that you love suffer is just, it's too intense to describe. For those of you who might have lost loved ones, then you know how brutal and hard it is. But I read this book called Happiness is a Choice, and it really triggered something inside of me. So I've actually linked it here in the show notes, so be sure to check it out if you've never read it before, or you can actually listen to it as well. But it's just one of those things where it made me realize that in order for me to get out of that slump and for me to get out of that depression, I really had to make an effort to change my thought process so that I could become happier. So some of the things I started to create, if you've been following me, you might have heard me talk about these things, but they're just little triggers to help me get that feeling of happiness into my life naturally. So one of the things was, just hearing the sound of a beautiful fountain, which was really soothing, especially, being in New York City, working there every day, day in, day out, in the subways and the craziness of the city, to have that sense of calm and peacefulness and some kind of beauty, it automatically made me think of how beautiful life can be. And so I continued and it created these triggers. So if I saw a beautiful dove or heard him fly above my head with his wings whistling over my head, it was something that was like, oh wow, that's really pretty sounding. Or if I saw a beautiful butterfly go through the air, flying through the air, and I'm just like in awe of its beauty, and really taking the time to stop what I was doing, look at that beautiful piece of whatever it was, or hear that beautiful piece of whatever it was I was listening to. And even music can do that. So I don't want to jump around, but music can do that too. So sometimes if you're in a funk, playing some great upbeat music that you'd love to dance to, or you have great memories of from when you were in your teen years or whatever it might be, crank up the stereo, put on your earbuds, go for a walk in nature, find those little things that's going to lift your spirits. Because once you can realize that you're in a funk and you need to get out of the funk, then you need to create those little tiny triggers that are going to really do something to bolt you out of that state of mind, because it is a funk and it is a state of mind. And your thought process can either make or break you. So if you can try to find ways to change the thought process. So if you feel like, you're dressed and you're at work and you're looking in the mirror and you're just saying these things about you don't like the way you look, you don't like this, you don't like that, that is not going to be a way to make you happy. Instead, look for the one thing that you might like about the outfit that you're wearing. Let's say you like the color of the outfit. You could say, oh, I look really great in this color. Or let's say you really like the way your hair looks that day. Compliment yourself in the mirror and say, wow, I really like the way my hair looks today. I've got a great hair day going on. But find something and compliment others as well. So that, when you see somebody smile, it's infectious and you'll smile too. So if you're complimenting somebody who they may be having a rough day and you're giving them something really nice to think about and be like, wow, I didn't expect that, I didn't see that coming, that's awesome. So find some triggers. Like, what are your triggers? There may be something that you love to do. If you love to paint, I'm a drummer, so I love drumming. And every time I practice drumming, I walk away from the drum set or from the drum pad feeling like $1,000,000 because I knew I did something that I love to do. And that creates passion and happiness and satisfaction when you can accomplish something that you know that you did a good job at. So that could be another thing. You may want to find a project to work on that's going to cause some creative happiness to you. So if you love painting and you don't paint anymore, pull out your paint set, pull out your canvases. If you love to draw and make illustrations, get out those markers and start doing the illustrations. I know one of the ways I used to kill time on a plane ride, especially if it was a lengthy plane ride, was to just I would always take my face charts, because as a makeup artist, I would take my face charts and my colored pencils, and I would create these really fun, creative face charts. Not something that you would use on a daily basis, but they were more for plays and for theater, that kind of stuff. But the time would fly by. I would look like, oh wow, we're landing. 3 hours just went by and I did a few face charts. And that's something that I don't get to spend time to do normally. So it's really one of those things, it's like, oh, I can't wait to get on the plane because I can sit there and actually work on my face charts and have some creative time and have some fun. So what are the things that you're going to bring to your life that's going to create more happiness in it? You have to start with something, and start with the smallest thing that you can think of. I mean, even if it's just like, having that special brewed coffee in the morning, that might make you feel a little bit more perky, or may feel like you can put a little pep in your step. So find that thing and keep every day implementing some new habits, and these are going to be good habits that you can create, and every little habit creates amazing change in your life, and it's always for the better, because once you create good habits, the bad habits start to fall away. Well, that's all I'm going to leave you with today, and I really hope that you go to the show notes and check out the link to the book and check it out, because I really think you may find some interesting things out of it, and it's a very inexpensive book. You could probably get it for $4 or $5, and in the meantime, it can change your life for the better. Well, my friends, thank you so much. If you like this episode, please share it, and be sure to stop at www.lifesnecessitiesandluxuries.com and sign up for the Ultimate Travel Guide. And also, when you sign up there, I have some new things that are coming down the pike that are going to be launching soon, so I want you to be the first ones to know about it. I have a new book coming out and a couple of online courses, so I really would love it if you sign up there, and then I can stay in touch with you, and you won't miss any episodes in the future. If you like this episode, please subscribe and tell your friends about it. This is an ad-free podcast, and I really appreciate any kind of love that you can offer. So remember to live peacefully, happily, lovingly, successfully, necessarily, and luxuriously. Until the next time, namaste.
If you like what you hear, tell someone. If you like what you hear, be a dear and pass it on. Don't forget to stop at our website, www.lifesnecessitiesandluxuries.com, for more tips, tricks, tutorials to live a very necessary and luxurious life.